The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry is the premier chamber of commerce in Nigeria. Established in 1888 with a primary objective of promoting, supporting or opposing legislatives or other measures affecting trade, industry, commerce, and agriculture, as well as representing the opinions of the business community on such matters, in particular, and the economy as a whole. Lagos, being the business hub of major key players in the Nigerian economy, both private and public sectors, are well represented in the chamber. Therefore, the chamber is known to come up with policies, strategies, and programs that will be of immense benefit to the business community and the economy of the country as a whole. Several notable names have been called upon to head the chamber as president. Notable names such as Mr. P.J.C. Thomas, Chief S.L. Edu, MFR, Professor Ayo Ogunsheye, OFR, Chief Mrs. Margaret Young, Alhaji Ismaila Bello, and currently Chief Dr. Mrs. Onikapo Akande, CON. All these outstanding Nigerians were all chosen on merit of their achievement to steer the wheel of leadership at the prestigious Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
From performances that you have put into the chamber, you become the chairperson of the service groups or trade groups, and from there you enter council. If you're lucky from the council to become a vice president, then there is possibility that from being a vice president, you'll be a deputy president, because the chamber has done it so well that from 5 or 6 vice presidents, we select a deputy president, and everybody is towing the line along that. It's a perfect arrangement.
Chief Dr. Mrs. Onikapo Akande, CON, assumed the office of the president at the 127th Annual General Meeting of the Chamber, held on the 3rd of December 2015, after a duly conducted election at the Commerce House, number 1 Idowu Taylor Street, Victoria Island, Lagos.
I told them that I can do the president of the Lagos Chamber. So I want you all men to vote for me, and I will do it well. So they called all themselves. They said, this woman said she wants to do, and it's not a male society. It's a society for both men and women. So give a woman a chance. So I became the president. Yes, it wasn't easy, but I made it.
She is the second female to assume such a prestigious position in the chamber.
In 128 years, the men have dominated. They had a woman in between, and the woman died before she completed her tenure. Lovely woman. In fact, she was my late mother's friend, Chief Mrs. Margaret Young.
A two-time Minister of Industry in Nigeria, a role she envisioned from the age of 10, little did she know that our wish will come in double folds.
When I was about 10 years, and my late mother got me a lesson teacher. In those days, it wasn't popular to have lesson teachers, but my mother, being we all girls in the family, they were very particular about me. She got a lesson teacher for me. The lesson teacher now is a professor. He's not dead. He's now a professor, but he wasn't a professor then. And I've always had the hope of being a leader. So when he was teaching me, one minister died. And they were looking at newspaper. Minister so and so, Minister of Transport died. And I was more interested in what they are reading. He was there with my cousin, Professor Akande, who is like a senior brother, an uncle, a cousin. He actually, in the proper English way, is a first cousin. So they were all there. They said, but Nike, you are young now. 10 years. What do you know about minister? I said, don't say that too, because I'll be a minister in Nigeria one day. The man, and then when they announced my name that I was a minister, the man rushed to Abuja, brought me a photograph he took on that day when I was doing my lesson. I was sitting on one little chair, and he said, Nike, the minister.
A Harvard-trained professional and an investment expert, the first woman chairman of NEPAD Business Group of Nigeria, an international consultant on the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, UNIFEM, and UNIDO. Her resume is beyond reproach.
When I went to Harvard Business School, to do a program they call Executive MBA, men and women from all over the world were there. And I was even made the chairman of international group. You know, I don't know what they see in me, but you know, I always work hard. So because of that, when I came back, I was never the same again. I always want to excel. There's one thing you take away from Harvard. It is about strategic planning for most of the things you do. They train you to be a leader, to have confidence in yourself.
For Chief Dr. Mrs. Nike Akande, assuming a leadership position is inborn, seeing that it is not unconnected to our early exposure to responsibilities as a first among her siblings. Thus, the death of her mother further honed her competencies for position as she held all in her life.
I'm the first, and my mother died at age 49, so you can imagine how young I would be. So we were all closely knit, and I've always played a leadership role since I was young. My father will always say, you know, you are my angels, please. And then, Nike, you are the first. You have to set good examples for your siblings. So because of that, I've always been very careful about my behavior. I didn't want to let down my late father.
The first female president of the Harvard Business School Association of Nigeria, she carries everyone along irrespective of gender, which she exemplifies as president at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
I've been very lucky. Sometimes I don't even see myself as a woman because I'm always with men, you know, and they respect me. And I always feel that what they can do, I can also do. So you have to show them that you too can work hard. So they appreciate that. And then you have to be a bit feminine. Don't lord it on them that you have to do this. Your work will speak for you.
At different levels of working in the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Mrs. Nike Akande has been adding value to the chamber with her years of professionalism and expertise.
Being a former minister really helped. I wanted really to use my experience, professional capabilities, and my connection to help the chambers. Because I know these are the areas I can use to help the chambers.
Doors have been opened very easily because of her own antecedents and her caliber and her pedigree. I think to me it's a great blessing that the chamber had as our president this time around.
In a male-dominated environment where females do not regularly get to hold topmost position or leadership position, our outstanding pedigree in the organized private sector, even as the honorary life president of the Nigeria Association of Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, our business icon boasts of a lot of firsts to her name.
I was a class captain in elementary school. At secondary school at Queen's, I was a school prefect. So, you know, I've always held this sort of leadership positions. You know, and it's God that has directed me to, because I will walk and then I will be seen to be working and people will recommend me for all these positions. I thank God for this because when I became minister, you know, I was already leading an industry, in manufacturing industry. So when they made me a minister, I was not even in Nigeria. I was a consultant to UNDP, UNIFEM. I was in Ghana presenting a paper. And then when I was made a minister, they were looking for me. The ambassador there in Ghana was looking for me. And immediately he saw me, he said, you have to go back home, for you are now our property. Yes.
Heading the foremost chamber in Nigeria when the economy of the nation is being put to test, Chief Dr. Mrs. Nike Akande is steering the ship with all her expertise garnered from her past and present working career and academic distinctions. How has she been able to hold and achieve all these successes in a male-dominated environment?
This comes to me naturally. I have always believed in hard work and success. I don't even remember whether you are a man or a woman. You know, I attended a mixed school when I was young, but later I went to all-girls school, Queens. So it has always been like that. I'm used to men, actually.
This a beautiful woman of great intellect does not believe in male chauvinism. A trustee of President Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, a member of Nigeria G15 Economic Cooperation Council, as such, working with her male counterparts at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry is a very friendly ambience that is devoid of intimidation or any relegation.
Being a minister has given me that exposure. I had so many parastatals, agencies under me. So coming to the Chamber of Commerce, it's not much. It's nothing to me because I've done a higher position before in life. I really want to add value here. It's not that I'm looking for anything. I want to add value. I want to help people. I want people who are members of the chamber to benefit.
On her assumption of office as president of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Chief Mrs. Akande made some pledges on moving the chamber forward. A passionate woman with the zeal and panache of an accomplished performer, her infectious commitment directing the affairs of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry will surely work and impact dramatically the Nigerian economy.
I told them that I would do my best to uplift the chamber in the area of trade promotion, advocacy, and I will liaise with all the international community to help the chambers. And this have been doing religiously, and we have been appreciated at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
She's done a lot for the chamber in the area of our public image. Also, in the area of membership, she has been very, very good because her caliber has brought in a lot of good people into the chamber and also into council. Because she's a high caliber lady, she has brought in a lot of high caliber people into chamber. You cannot give what you don't have. Nemo that cannot have it. What she has done was to look at people who can do a lot for the chamber in the future and even now, and she has invited them to the chamber as council members.
Chief Dr. Mrs. Akande is a selfless leader to those coming up behind her. She's doing this by giving back her years of experience and expertise to the younger generation at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry through mentoring.
She's an exceptional woman, through and through. In her personal relationship with members, she's exceptional. In her official relationship with members, she's exceptional. In her relationship with her colleagues that she has been with as ministers, both before and now, practicing ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, you have several people warming to her.
How has she prepared the ground for smooth succession, especially grooming fellow women to take over from her?
The system with the chamber is very good. You know, you have to be a vice president before you start climbing up the ladder. Among the vice presidents, we know the one that will come. But you know what I have done? We have a women's group, and the women are really dynamic women. They are leaders. We have deputy governors among them, former deputy governors, wife of ministers, wife of this, topmost women, senators, that they are all in the women's group. So I always tell them that there is hope for everybody to be whatever you want to be. You must know what you want to be until you work towards it. And they are all hardworking.
Chief Mrs. Akande is truly living a fulfilled working career as the current president of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, with many accomplishments to her name. Still, our subject will always be seen standing tall in all our achievements.
I congratulate the chairman and members of the Trade Promotion Board for the yearly improvements on this legacy project of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The recently unveiled Federal Government Economic and Growth Plan 2017 to 2020 is expected to promote macroeconomic stability and economic diversification through fiscal stimulus, monetary stability, and improvement of external balance of trade. Your breakfast meeting was very successful. Thank you. You even gave me lunch. Bonus because I'm the president. Thank you. When are you organizing it?
She is a member of several professional bodies and recipient of many honors and awards, which indicates that she has added value to our great country. A recipient of Lagos State Government Toll Tax Compliance Award, a recipient of Vanguard Lifetime Achievement Award, and commander of the Order of the Niger CON 2014.
My house is full of awards. My office here is also full of awards. The few awards I've received since I became president of the Lagos Chamber. I have just been receiving awards left, right, and center. And then I got Officer of the Order of the Niger many years ago. But only 2-3 years ago, I got commander. Very few people, very few men, even very few governors have that title. And I thank God for this.
One thing that stands out on the face of this paragon of beauty is her distinctive smile that radiates from her inner happiness. Here she opens up to us on how she manages stress, especially as the president of the prestigious Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
By my nature, I smile a lot because I have many things to thank God for. You know, I don't know how not to be happy because God has been kind. It's not my doing, it's God's doing. And I thank God for this. And you see, people say I'm always happy, and I like to help people. In any way I can help you, you don't have to ask me. If I know you and I know a position will benefit you, I will go out of my way to assist you. You will get to know and then thank me later.
Aside from being a remarkable and successful career woman with a proven and glaring track record, she is also a wonderful wife, mother, grandmother, and homemaker. Her success story will not be complete without the unrelenting support of the love of her life. Married to Chief Adebayo Akande, MFR, a solicitor and chairman of Splash 105.5 FM.
It's really about time management. And I also have a supportive husband. You know what I do? Everything I do, I keep him in the picture so that he won't hear about it outside. In fact, when I was made a minister, and I was going to Ghana to deliver a paper, I told him, when they were looking for me, they came to the house. He told them, she's in Ghana, this is the hotel where she's staying. So the ambassador in Ghana came there and said, I'm taking you back to Lagos today. So if he didn't know what was happening, he wouldn't know where to look for me. He knows I'm a bit restless for work, and he tolerates me, and I respect him. And because of that, he supports me. He can say what I can do and what I cannot do. He will tell them that no, Nike is there. She will do it for you. If they ask him for something, and he will say, don't worry, I will tell Nike, she can do it for you.
Most people come up with a long list of how they wish to be remembered. As the first woman president that has successfully completed her tenure for Chief Dr. Mrs. Onikepo Akande, the Irawo Odua of Ife, she puts it in the most simple way.
I am working very hard, and I would like to be remembered by the saying that there was a woman that passed through the chamber and made a lot of changes. There was a woman that became minister and did a lot for the ministry.
The reward of hard work is more hard work. Thereafter, success comes. Success in itself is a loud noise that need not to be repeated, because in its due time, it will come alight for the world to applaud. So for this grand star of our time, she is truly a shining light that can never grow dim.
I feel extremely happy and I feel fulfilled, because it's one thing to work, it's another thing to be appreciated. There are a lot of people who work, maybe even harder than me, but I'm recognized locally, internationally, and also in my community. I'm a big chief in my community. I'm the fourth in command to the Yalode 2, which is a very big title in Ibadan. Many kings have offered me chieftaincy titles. The Oni of Ife gave me a big title, Grand Star of Yoruba land. What else?
The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry will always remain the bedrock of the Nigerian economy. The chamber remains one of the needed catalysts that will bring about the change and advancement the Nigerian economy strongly needs. With great leaders of unblemished track records such as Chief Mrs. Akande, the chamber will have a permanent place in the front lines of the Nigerian business community and even on the international scene. Long live the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Now, what does Dr. Akande wish for the chamber after our tenure?
I pray that when I leave, the chamber will continue. I like people to continue to benefit. Although I was working a bit too hard, because I was driving all the people in the secretariat. I said, let us do this. They do everything, but I hope this will continue. And I was assisted. I get advice from past president. I will also give to incoming president.
For Dr. Akande, she has been very grateful to God for giving her sound health of body and mind, that despite her work pressure, she's able to wax stronger.
If you work hard, God is a kind God. We will certainly succeed. The recession will not be forever. It is crawling away gradually, and by the grace of God, we will be back to what we were doing in the past. The economy is diversifying and we are doing well. I wish Nigerian government huge success in all their endeavor, and there is ease of doing business. So anybody wants to start any business, there are a lot of things that are being put up by the government to help people in their businesses.
We wish Chief Dr. Mrs. Akande, as she ramps up her tenure as the president of the prestigious Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, a victorious exit from the chamber and many more accomplishments in all our endeavors.